Okay, now we're going to go to the exhaust system. So I already put the gaskets up in there. Got me some assembly lube to put on the threads of the bolts, studs, whatever these are up in here. If you put oil on the threads, they tighten up better and easier. And they don't gall up and cross there and have issues, including this one. That's lubricated really good. Don't forget the front one either. Look at that mess it makes. That's the biggest reason you do it. Make a mess.
It's a good mess.
That's right. Now, we're hoping the exhaust system's going to fit back on here, but we're not sure. Now, this here, I think we got to loosen this up to get
the clearance.
To get some room to do something with it. But I'm not sure. Because I've only taken this apart once before. And I haven't done one of these stupid fxrps before, or T's, depending on what bike you want to call this. I had to heat a coil this stud.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's probably enough room to get the parts in. Okay, do the rear one first. This one came off last, so it should go on first. Already got parts in the way. I just started. It looks like this clamp was an afterthought because it's got this bolt interferes with this bolt. Makes it real interesting. This had just the correct amount of rust on it. Call that patina around here.
Yeah, exactly.
We charge extra for it. It's not just a rusty piece of crap, that's what we used to call it in the old days.
Right.
No, it's patina. Extra cost.
Very correct, patina.
Right. Now, can we put the stud back in here without cross-threading it is the question. So you'll make sure it's started before you put any kind of a wrench on it. So it's started. I'm just screwing it in right now. Okay. And that should go nice and easy. If you got a fight, there might be something wrong. Alright, just tighten up the hole, but I think that's already against the frame over here. Pipe number 2. This is a 2-header here. Got 2 of them. And these here are a pain in the ass. This takes a stove bolt, which means that a square head is supposed to be catching there and be able to torque it without spinning. So don't put Loctite. If you put Loctite on these, they will spin. You'll never get them off. So no Loctite. Unless you did that right, it fit. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to put that on there before this goes on. So this goes on next. thinking it goes like this. Like that. Precision adjustment. Now we need some kind of a bolt. I have no idea what kind of bolt was in here. It looks to me like it had a really nice bolt in there. Judging by the mark from the oil line, where it rubs on it, it's probably an Allen bolt or something. Okay, maybe they had this in there. That might be what they had in there. Looks like it might fit. We're running out of hardware. See any other bolts laying around? See, if you leave all your hardware laying out, you don't lose it. I think that's this one. Ooh, lucky guess. Look at that. There you go. You're in charge today.
Alrighty.
Doesn't appear to want to go in the hole. It's supposed to go in deeper. Yep. That means there's a cut in there and the bolt was hitting right on here. You go in deeper and it goes in the hole. That way when this bolt gets loose, it won't fall off. It has to actually fall out. There's so much room in here to work. The only thing I can say, at least these stainless lines are not cutting me yet, poking me.
Not frayed to that point yet.
It's about as tight as you want to go to button head. Alright, I'm going to have to pull that off. And somehow this has got to go in there. So I think this goes under here, through here, and up to here, onto there. And these two bolts go over here. Oh, don't hit that with your head. Okay, those go in there like that. Gotta make sure you find the correct rusted hardware, not the incorrect rusted hardware. We have different layers of patina here.
Right.
Hear the rust? Sounds gritty, doesn't
Yeah.
it? It's anti-lock. It's an anti-vibration coating. I think we're missing a nut. Yep. Oh, there it is. I found it. It's the one that has the matching corrosion like the last one. This is just like the last one, except I can't feel what I'm doing hardly at all. I definitely cannot see what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But it started. Okay, now we got two bolts down here. And somehow they got to go into the two holes over here. One fell through and the other one did not. That's not a good sign. And we got to figure out what happened to the other bolt. looks like it might be not going down where it belongs. Figures. See if one goes in, one does not. So which one do you want to go in, the hard one or the easy one?
Maybe start the hard one.
Which one's the hard one, though? Whichever one's fighting you the most?
Yeah, exactly.
Race vehicle out there. Damn, I'm impressed. How about you?
Very impressive.
Ooh, look at that, both went down
Perfect.
at the same time. Oh, that's a miracle. Okay, what do you got left for hardware now? We got 2 lock washers and 2 nuts. 2 lock nuts. So lock wash and lock nuts don't make sense together, do they?
No.
And these look like 3/8. So those are not going to go on there. So I'm guessing these just go on with no washers on them.
There's not a lot of threads. So.
The problem is you're going to have to somehow hold the bolt down so when you tighten this it doesn't push the bolt out. Because once you push the bolt out, it rotates like this one's doing right now. So you got to lock it in there by shoving on it. Get the nuts started somehow. And then somehow you got to tighten it up.
Can't get the screwdriver in from exhaust in.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Just to get the square in the hole. I think I got it in there. Get in here and try to get the other one to start. If you're lucky, they both go down all the way, you can tighten them. Okay. I guess I'm probably supposed to put this clamp on before I get all this other stuff. Luckily it moved. Alright. I'm sure there's a bolt for that someplace. This is where it's at. Appear to be missing a 3/8 bolt or something. Maybe it was missing.
On the ground.
It should be right here, but it's only been 3 weeks since we did it. You don't suppose somebody came through and decided they need a bolt and they took it, do you?
I hope not.
They wouldn't do that, would they? Yeah, appears to be missing. So what kind of a chrome-plated bolt do you think was in here? Do you think they actually put a stove bolt in there like they're supposed to?
Doesn't really look like it from the head. Maybe.
If it's too long, you're getting away with your brake, your brake over here. So you don't want to make it too long. We have a nice chrome-plated nut here. It appears to be coarse thread. Maybe they're supposed to have that bolt over there.
That one was pretty long though. What's that? I know.
Doesn't are that deep. It's not a very deep bolt.
No. It looks like the head on this was much bigger.
Looks like they had a big washer on there
Yeah.
of some type. Boy, it should be laying around here someplace. Somewhere there's a nice bolt to use. But we're not going to use it. We're going to find something else to use. How about a nice hex bolt? Clears the brake and everything. And it's chrome plated too. That's very
Perfect.
important.
It's almost too good to use.
We need a chrome washer to go with it. So look at that.
There we go.
That's perfect. I've seen bikes come in with worse hardware than that on there. We need to find ourselves a nice high-end washer. You want a 5/16 washer in here. Oop, oop, there, look at that. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. That has got some serious amounts of niceness to it. See, it's been over torqued, so if you flip it over,
And flatten it out.
it'll flatten itself out and look good. That's a fine thread. Look at that. That would be perfect. We still need enough for the other side. The problem with this is that nut is not very deep. The bolt. Bolt's too short. We need a longer bolt. What's the chance to find a longer chrome bolt?
I'd say likely, but
There's one. Ooh, I even found a button head in here. Look at that. Oh, geez, look at that. That's perfect. It's too short. I think we're going to have to go in the secret stash. Get a shorter one. That's a 5. Somebody put that in the wrong box. There's 5/16 over there. You'd think people would be able to tell the difference between these hardware sizes. See, that is a 5/16 also. See, some people just don't understand how this works. See, you have to go in here and fix the people that know what they're doing. You think it would be self-explanatory. And that is not a 3/8, that's a 7/16. See, and I made this too complicated for the Harley mechanics around here to use. See, it's pretty difficult to do this. Alright, so we need a secret stash bolt. How about some of these? Appears to have a couple to choose from. If that don't work, we got these. That's why you keep your junk laying around where you can find it. Nope. Could use that. He does like Allen bolts.
okay.
Got a chrome nut to go with it. Look at that.
Perfect.
Almost like it was made for it.